Hi guys, Miriam Cates is one of those Tories who joined one of those headbanger groups within the Conservative Party. She, like many other MPs, are trying to take advantage of social media to raise their profile or pretend to care about their constituents ahead of the general election. Here Miriam tried to sell the idea of extracting more oil and gas in the North Sea. She uploaded two clips, one where she talks about how Britain is leading the way on renewables and reducing overall emissions, and this second clip where she doesn't understand how oil and gas work as a commodity. Have a listen to this.
Well, the third option is we can produce more of our own oil and gas. This means we can guarantee energy security, we can impose taxes on producers that can make the UK richer by funding our own public services, we can grow the number of jobs in the energy sector, and we can reduce overall emissions because our UK oil and gas are cleaner than imports. So this legislation before Parliament today will ensure that we continue to invest in our own UK oil and gas supplies. Other political parties are opposing the legislation, but this doesn't make logical sense. If you're in favour of reducing emissions, and if you don't want the lights to go out, then we need to use our own natural resources as we move to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. So that's why I'll be backing the offshore petroleum licensing bill today. It's the right thing for the environment and it's the right thing for Britain.
No, it's not. Okay, let's go back to the beginning.
Well, the third option is we can produce more of our own oil and gas. This means we can guarantee energy security.
No, how is it energy security if it's sold on the international market? What happens is international companies win a contract, they extract the oil and gas, and it's sold on the international market, and then the UK buys it on the international market. How is that energy security? What people don't understand is that there isn't some British energy company that extracts the oil and gas, puts it in some place, in some reserve, and then during a crisis, the government tap into that reserve and are able to sell the energy to businesses, to homes, whatever, at a lower rate. That's not what's happening. What's happening is private companies, international companies, are going to the North Sea, extracting the oil and gas and selling it on the international market. That's not energy security.
We can impose taxes on producers
We can impose taxes, but you're not doing that. Now, there was a windfall tax. Labour had pressured the Tories to implement a windfall tax, but what did the Tories do? They created a loophole. The loophole was, well, if you're planning to reinvest, you don't have to pay the tax. And the oil and gas company said, well, we're planning to invest anyway. So they said, well, we're going to invest anyway. Well, then let's avoid paying the tax. So it would be nice to see exactly how much was brought in under the windfall tax, because there is a loophole. So on the one hand, you're not providing energy security because this is sold on the international market. And second, you're not funding public services enough, and to an extent that you could, because there's a loophole that allows the oil and gas companies to avoid paying certain taxes. She'll be okay because she's an MP. She's on, £90,000 a year. I think she's probably going to lose her seat at the next general election, so she's trying as hard as she can to convince her constituents that she's on their side, when in reality she's not. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.